Finally showing you guys my Oracle deck. This whole tome here is a mixed media notebook full of really good paper and 100 images, you guys. A couple years in the making. I need your thoughts. Hey guys, I've been working diligently in my Oracle deck. Basically, I've been taking this jumbo mixed media like pad that has very good paper, and I had multiple journals that I've been using over the course of the last couple of years to draw this, and I finally did the pen work. The preliminary pen work. And before I colored it, I wanted your opinion, okay? I'm going to show you a couple of cards and see if I think what I want to do is make this into like a self-published coloring book, and then the Oracle deck. For people who may want to color it themselves, or to possibly take the pictures from the coloring book and, you know, make their own little like Oracle deck, bibliomancy Oracle deck with that. So it's kind of like a twofold. I've said before, I'm kind of like forewarning that this is supposed to be primitive art. These images took me about, I timed the drawings to take me about 10 minutes, and then I could have creative free reign to do as long as I can, as long as it took me to do the ink work or the color. I can take as long as I want. But the original drawings took 10 minutes because of the primitive nature that I needed to stick with this. So, but I also want to note that as an Oracle deck, this really doesn't have a system. The guidebook goes in, like, I've already done 12 pages for the introduction of the guidebook before we even get into the cards about this, about how this is literally my grimoire in art. This is my Lenin's consciousness grimoire. And it's probably not going to make sense to a lot of people. But I hope that my hope in putting it out there is so that when you look at the abstract primitive images, you get something out of it. It may not be what I saw, but maybe you get something out of it. So, we'll just go. This entire thing, each page is a card. It says that there's 120. I think I'm up to 100. I'm not going to put all of them in the deck probably. I'll probably put all 100 images in the coloring book, but not in the deck. So I don't know yet. But just going through, I did it like this in the trying to do it in the center. That way I can manipulate it on the computer to make it look like a card. And I'm just going to go randomly. This is actually my Tormented Desire. I hope that y'all can see. I tried to make it to where you can see the whole thing. This is my Tormented Desire image. Love that. My Hellfire. This is the Mouth of Hell. This is it's a redo of the Mouth of Hell motifs that we see in medieval art. This is the Fountain of Virtues, which I think I've shown this before. This is the finalized copy. With color, I will paint backgrounds. I've got background notes as to what the background colors or images, like, you know, kind of abstracty colors that go in the backs of all these. So we'll see. I wanted to show some cards just to put the feelers out to see if you guys would resonate with this. And all of my images are pretty much humanoid in nature. I wanted there to be an aspect in the deck about, is this a human? Is this a spirit? And you can kind of decide that on your own. This card is called the Ache of Sorcery. I love that it's coming from the heart center. This card's called What Lies Beneath. And I've got the titles down here so I know what they are. Some of them I've memorized because I've been working on this for years. This is called Fractured Existence. I'll probably put some fracture type images in the background of this, which I like. This is another type of a fracture. This is called Euphoric Void. This is called Cosmic Dancers. This is Temple in the Cosmos. This is called the Giant's Shoulder. The Giant's Shoulder is what I would like to call an archetypal motif is the Giant's Shoulder, which I'll talk about in the guidebook. Let's do this. I may clothe this figure for modesty. I don't know yet. This is called Path Inception. So it's literally walking a path. I really love it. I mean, I love the image, but I might clothe them. This is called Vial of Brilliance, Fate's Loom. And I'm skipping so that you're not seeing all of them. This is one of my first images I ever drew. It's called Wind Phantasm as a wind witch. Let's see. I like this one. This one's called The Path Leads Down. The blank anxiety. This is the blank canvas card. This was a really cool concept for me as someone who likes pirates. The archetype of the pirate. I like as someone who resonates with the archetype of pirate. I made this. It's called the Mermaid's Map. Like the X is in the clam. There's some visions that I've had. Let's see. I like this one. This is called Round Table Council. This is very much about the archetype of King Arthur's round table, how it lives. It still lives, and it lives up in heaven, the upper world, whatever you want to call it. It still lives it's an archetype of its own to me, is King Arthur's round table. The concept of brotherhood and connection. So it's up here in the heavens, I guess you could say. Let's see. A lot of statue. I love statuary that look like this. You find this in a lot of fantasy video games, I guess you could say. But this is called Dawn's Messenger. How when dawn comes, the candle blows out. I love that. It's a personification. She's the personification of dawn. Let's see. Got the Minotaur in here. Got some black hole imagery. Really, I got some archetypal places as well. This is the tower. Could be any tower. This could be a tower you're locked in, a tower of the tarot archetype. This could be Rapunzel's tower. It doesn't matter. It's just an archetype. Some of my favorites. This is called Ancestor Vertebrae. This is supposed to be the handprints that we see in the cave paintings in France and Lascaux. They, from like the oldest cave paintings, is the oldest art we know. These handprints on the back of the vertebrae here are supposed to represent the fact that our ancestors have our back in the form of these handprints that run up our vertebrae. This is called the Burnt Warrior. This figure is going to be charred through color. Thought that was interesting. I've shown this one before. This is called Epoch's Chasm, about time and how it kind of flows in the chasm. Time being something that I'm philosophically interested in learning about the nature of time. So this had to be in here. Then more simple images like this. This is called the Soul Protector. How I kind of envision the soul having like this lucite, clear box around it, kind of as a protecting, because we can kind of fill the box and empty the box, but nothing can really touch the soul itself. It's something separate. I don't know. It's just something I was working on. I actually made a painting about this particular card. Even though I made a painting about it, this card is called The Bitter Rose. It really fascinated me. I love this. This is a very simple image. I like circles. This one in particular is called Zenith Ideals. Because the zenith, if you were here on the horizon, then this would be the nadir and this would be the zenith. And it's about the fact that we always shoot for the zenith. Kind of like the sky's not the limit, but the starting point. That's the purpose of a card like this. Let's see. We're getting to the nitty-gritty down here. I've shown this one. I've called this the cast a howling spell. Let's see. I think I've shown a few more. There's very simple images like this. This is called the curse's boundary. I don't know if you can tell, but on the caution tape here, it says curse instead of caution. I thought that was pretty funny. And then I've just shown this. This is a card about nature taking hers back, but it's called the Witch's Confessional. A place, there's this sacred place where witches go to confess, you know. It's just like this very good magic, religion, witchcraft conglomerate here. Kind of like the whole pagan thing about nature being our church or something like that. This just very much needed to be in here. So yeah, I think the last card that I had in this was called Despair's Destiny. This is a whirlpool, some kind of swirling vortex that our tears go into, and swirls and swirls and swirls. So the destiny of despair lies in where our tears go. So yeah, so there's just a few cards. Literally this whole book, I mean, through procrastination, through, I don't know, procrastination, imposter syndrome. I just really didn't think I was worthy to do something like this. And then when I finished it, I'm super proud of it. And I can't express how much I love it. I want to make it, like I said, into something useful, but also, I don't know, something limited and primitive and consciousness based, personal gnosis based. So yeah, just let me know if you like the kind of images I'm showing, or if, I don't know, if you you know, if you have any thoughts on how the images look, whether or not this even deserves to be a deck or a coloring book or a linen consciousness, something out in the world, I would love your insights. So I'll end it here. Death is Barefoot is this card. I love it. This is a huge passion project that I've been undergoing for the last couple of years, and I'm finally done with the images. So really the only thing I have left to do is to scan them like this into the computer and, you know, do the work for the coloring book, if that's going to become a thing, or color them and then scan them in. I'm kind of scared to color them, so that's kind of why I wanted to do some kind of coloring book, so that I could have something that would be just the drawings, and then I can always, after I've done that and I'm like, okay, they're there somewhere on my computer in a folder just like this, then I'll be a little bit more comfortable to go and, like, you know, ruin it with color. So yeah, so that's what's happening. That's what's happening. So let me know what you think. I think this is like one of the first times you're actually seeing multiple cards. So yeah. I hope you come back to see what comes of this. All right. I'll see everyone soon. Much love.